从今天开始，我们和2位德国专业乐迷一起听没有上过月下的乐队和上过月下的乐队的没有上过月下的歌。
Really hot, probably, right?
I really can't.
Max, you should wait, really.
It's okay, my mouth is resilient. Okay.
Oh well.
One band so
Yes.
high,
Far away from
so
other-
far away from everything else. Hi， 大家好，我是表情银行的思雨。
Hello， 大家好，我是表情行的通通。
Hi, I'm Julian.
Hello, 大家好, but... sorry.
Actually, it's good. Again, repeat it.
Yeah, but what is the after the Dada how?
Hi， 大家 not 打好 ，it's 大家好。
大家好。
Yeah， 我是
我是 Max.
Max。Yeah，
Hi, 大家好，我是 Max.
perfect.
Very good.
Very
Nice.
good.
Good job.
Oh, sorry, the award is not.
It's not here.
So for this episode, everything is sweet, including the award. Maybe it's not also not your favorite.
This one I really
like
like
it?
because it's not only sweet. It's like sesame itself is not sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
same.
really like the texture.
Okay. 白芝麻糖。
This one's really good.
And we are
It's
eating-
really good.
Yes, I was wrong.
You're definitely wrong because it's I know it's really good.
It's really good.
I'll show this to the camera. This is Tara Baozi for
Only for Max.
only for Max.
No.
We put it away so Max doesn't eat them all.
Yes.
Okay, still Julian did a lot of homework
Oh yeah.
about
Especially this one. This one
Oh.
even more than the last one.
everything.
I'm gonna try to not talk as much because I have one band that I want to talk a lot about.
Actually, I know which band.
Yeah, of course.
Is it also this man?
No, I don't think so.
Don't
No.
just tell you anything.
I can probably
great.
tell you right now already that it's not gonna be that band.
Okay.
But you will know
You will know,
by
yeah.
the time.
Okay, let's go. Iruka Police.
Yeah, first one.
你知道
我知道，你一直在孤军奋战，
我知道你一直在等我，
每个人都有最独特的灵魂。
I'm already
每个
happy.
灵魂
Yes.
都是最 masterpiece 的个体。
Actually, I can sing along. I know the song so well.
大家都唾弃
Simple rhythm, right?
要拿起来加量。
Actually, we can sing it together.
也许
我们只是一个擦肩而过。
你的香味自由在早点的饮食操劳，没必要说明的话，大家唾弃的低能我爱你。也许我们能只是一个擦肩而过。
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you can decide this episode who wants to start. Who should start? There's gonna be bands that you will want to talk about more than this one, I guess. So you can,
But I don't
you can
know where
just give
those
it to
bands
me.
are. So
Yeah.
this doesn't help me in my decision. But you can
Sure.
please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I really like them. I'm a little bit biased because the singer looks a lot like my ex.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially the faces she makes. Though.
Really?
And I obviously like the happy song. I don't have any connection except for anime theme songs.
Okay.
Like any examples that sound
Okay,
similar.
interesting. In one episode, you told us that you're not a happy guy. You don't like this happy music. But you like this song.
This is like cartoonishly happy. This is like over the top happy.
Yeah.
I can get with that.
Yeah, also the beginning, actually, I think it's a reference to kind of this Japanese attitude of
Yeah.
being very positive.
Yeah.
Everyone has the most unique soul. Yeah, very.
Yes,
very
little bit hyper/like.
It's not much I can
relate to,
but I listened to it an astounding amount of times.
What?
Even though
What?
no, I listened to it like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, over the course of 1 week, and then this week again a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
How are we friends?
Okay, Max, you really didn't like it, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I mean the drums.
Cheesy
The
detector time.
drummer was very good. The drums were like surprisingly good. Like surprising in this kind of genre, because usually you would maybe expect some very basic drums, but he was really, or she was really going for it. A lot of not a lot of fills, but a lot of like 16ths on the hi-hat and nice like kind of moments.
I think everyone's technical in this band.
Yeah.
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 Also
This
the
very,
basis
I mean,
Basis playing some
For
really
sure.
Yeah.
nice melody.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, you can
Okay,
Max.
continue.
oh, I need to say more.
Yes.
Now, obviously, this kind of music is really torturous for me.
It's not your thing.
I would never ever listen to this kind of music. And if I'd kind of stumbled on this, I would immediately change it. This kind of over the top, not real positivity. I mean, not real in the sense of it's like so much. It's like no one ever. It's like wabadoo babadoo babadoo hanam babadoo. It's like so overplayed and so over the top, like over the top.
I think it's like Max cannot connect to this music because you cannot imagine like German bands or Western bands
really
being
Asian, yeah.
this positive.
Yeah.
Being like
really
this positive, but like in Taiwan or this band is from Taiwan or Japanese music, these people are very authentic. They're not
Yeah.
like doing
They're
this.
not genuine. They're not fakers.
Yeah, they're not fakers.
No, this is impossible. This is like literally impossible.
To be so positive.
Yes, because if someone happens to that person, they will not be like, I had a car accident. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. This is just this overplayed. This is like unreal. No one is like that. Sometimes you can feel very happy.
This is like
the way
I had a
they
car
live,
accident,
you know?
but despite that, I'm gonna try to be.
Yeah,
happy.
but this is not what that is. I mean,
So-
maybe
I
this
also-
is supposed to be like tongue in cheek, or maybe this is supposed
It's not
to
really
be
tongue in
like
cheek.
like
It's
Like
definitely
you-
The show
silly.
that we put
The
up,
music
it's a-
video is immediately framed as silly. Like the first thing you see in the MV is the female singer, and she's doing this face, and she's putting on glasses.
It's a cultural thing, I guess, that this kind of stuff exists and is like tolerated. But now I didn't want to say tolerated. It's like it's a normal thing. It's what I want to say. It's like a thing.
Normalized.
Of course, it's culture. But to me, I think I don't hate it because I don't know it, because I cannot connect to it, because I don't listen to stuff like that.
Maybe what you mean is that it's not genuine enough. It's like too much perform. But I don't hate performers at all. I think that, for example, I forgot the name. 就是那个特别夸张的那个哥们儿，他自己老是扮演 character。
Like Oliver Tree.
Tell me what you want, maybe I was wrong. Lately that's a lot. Is this what you wanted?
Yeah, for example, Oliver Tree, he just plays a role like in his whole life and also his artwork.
Yeah.
Those people are like the same. If you see the videos, everything, they are performers, really good performers.
Yeah,
But I feel it's genuine. Oliver Tree is also genuine to me. Yeah, I
And
don't
if you
hate
just think
this.
about art or music as an output to deliver something that is over the top, this is the perfect way to express something that you don't want to express in a normal way. In everyday life, you can express everything in a normal way, but in music, especially, you can do this over the top thing. It can still be authentic.
It's such a great coherent vision that they have. The
Yes.
album art, the MV, the
Yes.
music, the even to the personality of the band members.
Yes.
Yeah, I chose this song because it's
It's
so
really different.
musical. It's very different. I really like the musicality. I feel very happy when I when I listen to the song. I feel it's the opposite thing.
Yeah, for me, my taste, I think it's a little bit similar with Julian. I don't like really happy things, but this song is an exception for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
because
me.
it's so well done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is so coherent, like you said. Yes. Max is like really silent.
No, Max, this is Max. Now I agree with you, Faze.
No, I don't agree with you.
Okay.
But of course you are all right. I don't want to like antagonize you, for you know far more than me, and
it's my stomach. Sorry.
I know. But I want to add that, of course, this doesn't. I don't mean that they are not authentic or genuine people or artists. You can also be a genuine artist and like create blank pages. This is your art. Yeah. This is like your genuine expression of yourself. But to me, the emotion that is in this song, and I don't see the music video, I don't see the people, just in the song, is like per definition not genuine, because it's not something that is in anyone's life ever. No human ever feels like what this song is kind
Isn't
of
it
making
the
it
precious part about art?
Yeah, you can do stuff that's not in your repertoire of emotions.
Yes. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. I would also, if it would not be about like happiness, it would probably be easier for me to accept.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this will be number one. It's my call now.
Okay.
Already?
Whatever.
I wrote on 85%.
The second song is a band from the original show.
Yes.
Do I have
my screen.
Sesame on my teeth?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
shit.
What? I wanted to say no. The sound quality.
It's not up your standard.
No, it's not always as good as today. With those
Oh,
speakers.
yeah, you're true.
This is what I wanted to say.
Nothing,
we're not talking about the speakers.
Okay.
Do you remember
next
the
song.
time when we listened to a crappy Bluetooth speaker?
Yes.
Man, that was horrible.
Yes, I don't even want to go back there
Yeah.
in this reality.
Okay, I'm really curious as to what
band is this?
What band from Drescher this could be.
Okay.
Don't watch the screen.
Because
Yeah.
I have a guess.
Okay, guess.
Joyside.
Okay. You have a guess?
I think Joyside makes sense.
Okay, let's play it.
So now there's a rockstar kind of attitude.
Yeah, and the beer.
Yeah, so
Here.
1, 2, What a dirty goddamn world. So much shit I cannot stand. Everybody's not a fire. I want beer. I want beer. I want beer.
I want beer.
I want beer. I want beer. I want beer. I want beer.
Oh god, you know what this reminds me
Oh
of?
yes.
This really reminds me of... What was Benny's band's name?
Operation Mindfuck.
Operation Mindfuck, right. Yeah, of course. No, but it's... I'll explain later.
Oh yes. Three shots and the beer.
Yeah, I realized.
What I need, just more beer. I want beer. I want beer. I want beer. I want beer.
Oh, yes.
Okay, who are they?
Yeah, who are they, Max?
Yeah, Joyside.
What? You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I would wanted to say it's not Joyside anymore, but I don't know what it could be from the show, because it sounds so much not like anything in the show. Like, so,
Guess. Try
Just
to
make a
guess.
guess. Do you hear other pop singers?
maybe a very old song by Roland Bolden.
No, it's Joyside.
Hey, what?
I
Okay.
really recognize the singer's voice.
Okay. Is it Joyside?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's Joyside. Of course.
Oh, can you
It's
imagine they would
definitely-
have played this in this?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
It's definitely my favorite song by Joyside.
Yeah,
Of course.
this would have been
It's
so great.
The beginning was so
Oh my
good.
god, the beginning. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's not so much to say about straight up like punk rock. I love that kind of stuff. Not very deep, obviously,
Of course,
but it's not meant
punk,
to be deep.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have deep punk, like in this political context. But this is more that kind of no future kind of punk. I don't care about anything. I just want to get drunk. I feel that vibe very much.
Yes.
I used to do comparable music when I was younger.
Yeah, it reminds me of Jesus war ein Klempner because this is probably the song that all of their friends want them to play all the time.
Let's talk about past.
Jesus war ein Klempner, doch er wurde bald verstanden. Oh, Gottes Sohn wurde er genannt.
Max,
Story time. Okay, Max, what kind of connection do you have with punk music?
I played punk music.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned to play drums in a punk band. I had some friends and they taught me to play while I was already in the band. So I couldn't play anything. They were all like pretty good musicians. So it was more or less just what happened that we played punk.
I also used to listen to a lot of punk music. I think punk was probably the type of music that I started with listening to music. I used to listen to a lot of Bad Religion, which was why I ended up in a Bad Religion cover band. And also Rise Against, which is kind of punk, hardcore punk.
Yeah,
or
but
something
all of
like
that is not that kind of punk.
Not that
So
kind of
I
punk.
also never really listened a lot to that kind of punk.
But obviously, like, I have a connection to through
of
that
course.
kind of music.
Sure.
Yeah.
And all of those bands at least had like one song
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
kind of like this.
And Bad Religion is probably like pretty close to this.
No, actually not.
What?
Actually, totally
Bad
not.
Religion has the deepest lyrics any band
Yeah,
has
of course.
ever
In the lyrics
Super
department, yeah.
political, yeah. Actually, remind me more of the Ramones, not the
Yeah,
Ramones, Ramones.
Yeah.
Like Blitzkrieg Bob.
Let's go. The bomb is in the line.
Yeah, it's true. Or NoFX, for example.
Oh, no,
if you ever listen to
yeah,
that.
right. But they're more.
At any
Pop punk
band
at some
from
point.
any
Not at the
band
beginning.
from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yes, I mean, that's why I said Ramones.
Yeah.
Because I only know Ramones because of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Ah, good times.
Good time.
That could definitely been on Tony Hawk's.
For sure.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, how do you compare it with Joyside? Performance in the show.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, I would also say, like, performance-wise, very different. But, I mean, you also taught us a little bit about that. But also from, like, looking at the band, they seem like a band who also enjoy making this kind of music. They seem like this kind of aged rock stars who did this kind of stuff earlier. And
Yeah.
now they're on this show and making, like, serious music. But I think they combine it really well, all these things in them.
You can still tell the punk vibe in the show, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Not in every song, but
Yes, not in every
sometimes.
song.
And
Not
in every song, at least from the just singers
Glasses, both
vibe.
singers.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, this album is called Drunk is Beautiful. Yeah. And also you need to put this, I think, in the context, in the early 2000s in China.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen the documentary, so you know
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, of course. This is much more like on the documentary.
You have to imagine how hard it was to not give a damn living
Yeah.
in China.
Yeah.
And
of
then
course,
do this
definitely.
kind of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
But
is really
That
defined.
reminds me a lot of a German punk band, which is now like one of the most famous German bands called Die Ärzte, the Doctors.
Ah, the Doctors.
And they
okay.
recently played like on the news, the global
Yes.
German news show,
Yeah.
which is like the highest requiem of German television.
Hier ist das erste deutsche Fernsehen mit den Tagesthemen.
And they played a song in the show. Had never ever had a band play the show. It's not a music show, it's a news show. But
Okay.
they played, so they have like now the highest status in Germany. But they started out their first record, it's like forbidden. The title, you will have to kind of leave it. It's called. And every song was basically those lyrics. It's forbidden. It's the most horrible kind of punk. And now they are like the sacred band of Germany.
I think the developing is kind of similar.
I would say. But I think I guess it's like the best thing you can do. You
Yes.
start out with something and then it just evolves, and at some point it's accepted. But who cares?
Yeah.
I only want to say that I really like the bad recording quality.
Yes.
But I mean, I think you
Also
don't need to do it
also
like
the
this,
guitar
you know, it's
tone.
like-
I really like the guitar tone.
Yeah,
Just full distortion,
Full
full
distortion.
dirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound crappy. It's just intentional
Yeah.
bad. I mean, it's not bad gears. It's also not like they don't know what they are doing. It's exactly
Yeah.
on intention what they are doing.
But from when is the record?
I think from 2006.
I really love this album, by
Yeah,
the
I
way.
really love-
Other songs are also really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I was struggling to find a perfect song. I also wanted to listen to the song called "I Want to Piss Around You," but,
It's also from this album.
maybe "I Want Beer" has a better
No, really good
Start.
choice, especially
Yes.
with the start. Yeah.
Yes.
start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will man nein. Ich will nicht angeleckt werden. Okay, Berlin Psycho Nurses.
Let's do it.
This is, by the way, probably the hottest band we ever listened to.
Can I see a picture?
Yeah, show him a picture.
You think of millions and millions and millions of ways in which you do well. But you knew it from the beginning that you didn't mean it, so all you're doing is continuously playing your part. Oh, what a waste.
I love this chord progression.
Oh, what a pity. Oh, what a waste.
I love the harmony.
What a pity.
Will man nein.
Oh no! Oh no!
As I walked by our favorite place, I took a look inside, and I just in my head for 1,000 years, like a ceaseless fight.
Nice try though.
It goes lover, lover, goodbye.
Yay!
Yay!
I really, really like this song.
Isn't it Max's turn?
No, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah. I already told you it reminded me a lot of krautrock. My first thought that there was from some place like Taiwan or maybe Beijing, like some kind of really international place, because they have such a good grasp on the English language. Like
Yes.
the way the lyrics are written is very rhythmical, with a lot of awareness about syllable pronunciation.
Yeah.
And
The phrasing, the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
but they're from Changsha, which is like in the middle of China,
Yes.
not even coast.
Yes. It's a big city, but
Yeah.
it's not as international.
It's a Hunan province
Yes.
capital, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like the structure. I really like the unconventional structure. It's basically verse, bridge, verse. It doesn't really have a chorus. And then the part in the middle is just really, really beautiful. I really like the chord progression, like you said. The harmonics are great, and I love this type of. I like this when the majority of the music is kind of challenging to hear. You have kind of acquired taste. You have to get into it, but in the middle there's like a short part that's really sweet and like a bit cheesy maybe, but really enjoyable. And you have this like kind of thing to look forward to when you listen to the rest of the song. That is maybe more engaging, more to think about, and then you have this short sweet part where you can just
Yeah, I also like this part because you can sing to it. It's very easy to sing to it. It's because it's so low, so it fits perfectly for the vocal kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, have some associations about this.
Can mostly
Can.
or Can as it's actually pronounced.
Is it?
Is
Yeah,
it?
It's Turkish.
Oh,
Oh, yes,
wow.
a Turkish band, right?
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Okay. I mean, of course, they're from Cologne. Of course,
Yeah.
they're a German band,
Yes.
but they have Turkish
roots, yeah.
with also Asian
The
roots because the singer
Japanese
is
lead singer?
Japanese. The singer is from
Oh,
Japan.
possible, yeah.
Yeah.
And because Turkey is in Asia.
Yeah,
Okay,
is
sure.
Mostly.
I want to know, is this the millions and millions part reminds me of Ken? hey you, you know,
Yeah.
there's a millions and millions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vitamin C. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey you, you're losing your vitamin C.
Directly reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because of the phrasing and the decoration of words and how he phrases the sentences. That's why it reminds me or you maybe of Ken.
Okay, Max?
I don't have so much to add. I basically agree. I also really like the song. I think I specifically like this part, this "Oh what a waste, what a pity." It had a really nice ring to it, really nice like placement in the song. I don't know. I just really liked it.
I have a
Don't know what to add.
alt J vibe there at this point.
But this part,
bit.
yes,
Yeah,
not so
bit.
much in the rest of the song, but
No, not
this
so
part
much the rest.
specifically.
Only
yeah.
this part because of the harmonies,
Yeah.
basically.
You should watch the MV too. The MV is really good. It's just them like
Eating some
eating.
breakfast.
Yes, right.
and it's not even connected to the lyrics. It's just
No.
panning around the table.
Yeah, right.
And it's everyone just eating, having a conversation about something probably completely unrelated.
But
But
I
do you
mean,
agree? Do you agree with krautrock? Because
Yes.
at the beginning I wasn't really sure. I was thinking of bands like Joy Division or Bauhaus, like post-punk stuff or maybe gothic stuff.
Yes,
even.
but especially post-punk is also really rooted in kraut, I would
Yeah.
say, in many parts. And so, I mean, what is a new wave? Not so much, but it's also it's kind of in the same like direction of taking something and kind of reiterating and going forward with that kind of genre. I feel what like especially post-punk is what kraut also in a way.
Like last time when we talked with Bai Shu, they said, oh, maybe some bands are really, really Western and you can't tell it's a Chinese band anymore. Do you think they are this kind of band? Do you think it's a problem?
I don't think it's a
not
problem.
It's not a
But they
problem.
are very Western.
They are
for
very-
I would
Sure,
agree,
Western.
yes. This
Yeah.
band. I mean, of course, it's a thing you have to decide. Do you want to be representing Chinese music, be traditional, or do you not care? And I think it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, and this melody
This
is
is-
really interesting. It's out of the
Scale.
scale, yeah.
Sometimes also he switches to Dorian.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So it's,
Dorian mode activated!
so he's using sometimes the Dorian and sometimes he's using the tritone. Yeah, this
Yes.
is a very special note there.
Devil in music.
That's
this
it?
band?
Next band?
Yeah. Oh, the next
No,
one.
okay, wait.
So I think it's not
no,
this one,
it's
right?
not this one. It's an
what you
instrumental
mentioned.
band.
Okay.
Instrumental
Fun
band.
Citizen.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Don't, ignore that.
I don't even know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they ended up here.
I love the bass solo.
The part you relax.
Really? This is the part where I'm most engaged.
So hard to count.
so hard to count. Woohoo!
Yes.
Okay, guys.
You start. I have a lot to say.
Yeah. It's Max's turn.
Okay. Of course, this is really close to what we used to listen to, what we maybe still listen to. It's very close to. I basically can only talk in associations.
Yeah.
This
This is me too. I have a list of 30 guitarists.
I think you probably also have way better associations because, I want to say John in Fall of Troy.
Perfect.
I don't think so.
No, this is Sledgehammer. There's a part that sounds
There's
exactly like
there's
Sledgehammer.
a sledgehammer part. But overall, I think
it
it's
sounds
not
so
really
much
Fall of
like
Troy.
John.
Yeah, it has strong John vibes, especially
it
because
doesn't
of
have
the.
strong John vibe.
Yeah, this is what I want to
But
say.
John is very technical also, but they don't have this very distorted part. Not so distorted as they are.
True.
Yes.
This is more like
I would say the other way around.
What? They are more like animals leaders.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Animals Leaders is maybe my
Exactly, the-
most
In the tone,
poignant.
in the tone of the guitars.
Yes,
But in the
that's true.
harmonies, and especially the harmonizing guitars together, this is very John. I have a specific song from John that we can listen to later. I'll show you. It's the three most accurate associations I have is the first few Polyphia records, so everything except New
Except the
Devils,
last
New
one,
Devils,
sure.
yeah. And John and Animals as Leaders.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it's also very similar to Light, which is a band we too used to listen to a lot.
Yeah, but Light is not.
As distorted.
They are more math rock to me.
Yeah.
They are more concentrating on kind of being a rock band, but this is more like progressive metal.
Yeah, but especially in the beginning, the cleaner parts, this reminded me a lot of Light.
I have this feeling that Light is more playful with the riffs.
True.
And, really fun to listen to their arrangements. This is more
Stressful.
very stressful and good musicianship.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This music has a tendency to be show-offy
Yes,
and
definitely.
stuff like that, but in this case, you can tell that this is just music that they like to play with each other.
Yeah.
And it's the way that they write music, which is, I think, one of the two main components you have to have for a band like this. For instrumental, shred-focused bands, it has to be genuine in the sense that it has to be something you like to play, and it needs a really good rhythm section,
Yes.
which they have. I feel especially the bassist, I feel is the very composer-type musician, the way that he plays. And I think that fits really well with the three guitar players. It's three guitar players, actually.
But I also would like to add, and then now everybody hates me again. It's also quite boring. Quite boring in the sense that
Why we hate you?
because I have the feeling I'm
never
constantly
hate
You're the
antagonizing.
contrarian, yeah.
I never hate you.
But you're right.
It's boring in the sense that it's first of all, it's so much that you cannot really go at one place and feel oh, this is this great moment in this song. You cannot go back to something specific.
Yeah.
No,
And-
I actually agree with you here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also that, of course, if you are a professional musician, you can feeling means probably something very different to you. Probably for many people, this is very feeling-y music, but at least it's not emotional. And I don't say this necessarily only because of the missing lyrics, but I mean, I would think, even though they would probably not want that, but this is, I think, a music that would be the first things that an AI could create.
It's also interesting. The first thing we say when we talk about this kind of music stuff, we can only talk about associations. It's not like we talk about the emotionality of the song. We don't talk about the message of the song. We only talk
about the
Opposite
individuality
with
of that
Jeheise,
song.
for example.
Yeah.
the opposite of Jeheise, maybe. Yeah, sure.
I mean, what you say is, like, I said the two necessary components, but I think there's a third component that adds to this type of music, which is innovativeness. And in this sense, like these guys, One Citizen, they represent like a generation of guitar players that are very innovative and like boundary pushing. They also have a song with one of my favorite guitarists, Ichikanito. They have a feature with him from like 3 years ago. So he has progressed like a lot. He has this very kind of fingerstyle electrical guitar playing with lots of tapping. He does this like double tapping and tap sliding, and he very much like experiments with guitar and tries to create new sounds and stuff like that. Yeah, and these musicians are like much more experimental, especially Spencer Syme and Zach Hill with Hella. Like it's a much more stripped down, especially them as a two-piece, just drums and guitar, and they just play jazz basically. They just improvise off each other. One guy plays a lick, the other guy tries to do the same on a different instrument. And then it sounds like chaos most of the time, but then they do stuff together and you're like, okay, I guess there's like a one somewhere in there. I guess someone's counting. And
but then also they can repeat that like exactly in the same.
Exactly,
yes, that's the craziest part.
But here you also have the problem that you really can't count the music.
Different,
but
though.
a machine could easily count.
A machine could count.
That's the point. A machine couldn't count Hella.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the difference.
But it's also very interesting. Like for me, if you have this problem, like you can't count this music, and they are doing like compositional work to make this approachable or to make this kind of interesting, but the decisions that they do like didn't affect me emotionally. Like you said, this is something also AI can do. Sure, I agree, and the decision that AI do is not based on how good it sounds or how emotional it is. It's just let's do some random things maybe, and this also has this feeling that okay, we do this very strange time signature, but we don't know actually why.
Why? Yeah. Everything in this makes sense musically.
Yeah.
But they didn't go in and say, I want to have this message, I want to convey this feeling. This has in no way happened. I think they just start to play something.
Yeah. And when you look at what Tosin Abasi was playing like 12 years ago, this was much more similar to this because
it was.
Yes.
Sound-wise. To me, content-wise, Tomi Abasi and Animals leaders, they have some songs that affect me really emotionally.
That's
true.
But they also have songs that are very much like.
I think this type of music has a place because what this type of music does is it pushes boundaries in a technical way. You have to show that it's possible for other people to add on to that. Like you needed guys like Chon or early Animals as leaders for stuff like Ichikanito or Polyphia to grow from that. Conclusion is really good technical music, really good that there is Chinese musicians like that, probably representative for a lot of other Chinese musicians that are pushing boundaries for like instrumental guitar, band style music, and just a very good starting point for more experimentation and even more technical.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear more of these guys.
Yeah.
Let's do the last band.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Topping boy,
不去。
你是转身向大浪死去。
Yeah, but by the way, before everything, I want to say this lyrics and also some of other lyrics is translated by our followers. So thank you very much for doing
Awesome,
this
thanks.
work.
谢谢。
Yeah.
Can I begin for a second?
Yeah, sure.
I think, like my number one 2020 listen to genre was screamo, and I think it's not so much about the screamo in itself, but I think at the moment what I'm looking for the most in music is like genuine emotions, but like also in like a specific direction, maybe like genuine, because I don't know, because like the world is just like not good, I would say, and so to me maybe like the emotion that kind of deals with this disparity and sadness and problems is what feels the most genuine to me.
Yeah.
Maybe in comparison to especially like the first song by Dolphin Police, where I feel like, okay, this cannot be genuine, or you have to be living in another dimension. Like just from that moment, I want to say, I think
They are living in another dimension.
probably it's good. It's good on them, you know. Go somewhere else. And so this song, I mean, it's like I think it's my favorite song from this like whole show. No, not this one, but the whole we listen to music kind of show.
Interesting.
But also the easiest to connect with, because it's like so close to what I listen to all the time. But I only wanted to say it somewhere.
Yeah, I actually have. I think you can talk about the music a little bit more. Then I can say some other stuff. Like, for example, the title is it Shanghai?
Yeah.
Wayfarer.
Wayfarer.
Okay,
yeah.
so Wayfarer, is this the same word as in The Dark Forest, the second book of the Three-Body Problem? You know where there's the Wayfarer program?
Yeah.
Is it connected?
No.
Okay. I mean the lyrics kind of fit to low G, right?
Logic, yeah.
Yeah.
逻辑 Yeah, 逻辑
Okay, yeah. The lyrics kind of fit to him, but maybe not. And then also I wanted to say, in my research I found that the last release was really interesting. They did a release event on their YouTube channel where they did a live stream with like, I couldn't find out much about it, but it seemed to be like some sort of interactive narrative where the viewers could like decide the direction the story was going.
Yeah, your research is like so, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've watched it actually.
Really? How was it? It sounded really
nice,
interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I like it a lot.
Musically, I also really liked it. I didn't have what did we have for associations about No Party for So Long?
We were discussing about the genre thing, and we came to bands like Rise Against,
Right?
But then I thought about it more, and I came to the conclusion that this is kind of partly true, but not really completely. I think they maybe try to do Rise Against music, hardcore punk music, but they are rooted somewhere else. They have different kind of influences.
Yeah.
To me, the influences lies probably in post-hardcore. This is my conclusion.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because the sudden outburst of anger in the music that you can hear in the screamo part, not the screamo part, the shouting part, reminds me a lot of post-hardcore music, elements of post-hardcore music. Something that Fugazi would do. Or also bands like Refused.
If you say like Rise Against or Billy Talent, I feel that those are very different kinds of music, actually. I'd say this is much closer to Billy Talent than Rise Against. I don't see really like punk influences, not even hardcore. Like not punk and not hardcore, I would say. Like, of course, you can see parallels to Rise Against, especially in the tone of the voice, like this kind of
especially
feeling that comes through the voice. It's very close, and how the voice sounds is also very comparable.
Yeah.
But musically, I would say it fits very tightly in emo genre. And therefore pretty much closer to Billy Talent generally.
Okay.
Yes, post-hardcore, but post-hardcore is so difficult to grasp and to define. I would say post-hardcore is more easily defined by the bands who do it than the music itself. Because the bands that are defined as post-hardcore are also so different from each other.
Yes, definitely.
If you look at Fall of Troy and then you look at the Drive-In, it's very different music. Probably it doesn't make sense to put them in the same genre, but still, for some reason, they both fit in what post-hardcore kind of wants to mean.
Yeah.
Very, very specifically. But I want to say it ends with Black Midi. But they are young and they want to give way to their feelings, but not through a very traditional way. The music is not traditional, but it leans on traditional punk, hardcore, screamo, emo kind of means, but also always finds a way out of that to make something very unique.
Post-hardcore is definitely a genre that is very close to me, close to us. I mean, we listen to a lot of post-hardcore bands. The Sounds of Animals Fighting is also a very big part of our youth.
Before I would let you know.
Yes.
And like when we talk about this genre, to me the common ground that a lot of those bands have is actually being very chaotic, weird, and spastic.
Experimental,
Being spastic is actually a big part of At the Drive-In or Blood Brothers.
Or Sound of Animals Fighting.
Or Sound of Animals Fighting. So like this completely something that is not explainable musically. Something that they do musically, but it feels totally strange for me. Something that feels like something that doesn't belong to you. You want to put it away, but if you try to engage it, then you can find something beautiful about it. That's to me like At the Drive-In or Blood Brothers. Oftentimes I have this feeling. And why do I compare post-hardcore with this band? It's because of the emotional outbursts that a lot of post-hardcore bands have, but not the spastic, chaotic part.
Yeah, so it's more emo, because emo is also based on chaotic, on emotional
and
outbursts.
Also there's like a flowing transition between screamo, post-hardcore.
Yeah, of course.
There's
emo.
like so much overlap.
Of course.
Although,
for example, you say Blood Brothers, I say Blood Brothers, clearly not post-hardcore. But of course, all of this is so close together that it's like very individual definitions.
But actually, screamo is, I think, it's a genre deeper than we actually know.
Yeah, for sure. We just know a little. We probably know like the part that is mostly overlapping with post-hardcore.
I guess
and then there's a lot of screamo.
As someone who has number one genre listened to Screamo 2020, I want to exclude myself from that.
Sure.
Okay.
Everything you've already finished?
Well, yes. I mean,
because I want to add something.
Yeah, go.
Okay, because this part you can't tell. This is the lyrics writing part, the Chinese lyrics. But I want to do a Chinese test for Max.
Okay.
Could you read it for me, this sentence?
The Chinese sentence?
Yeah, this is the chorus. Because this is your favorite song, right? You need to read it.
But you know it will be horrible, right?
Do it.
Okay, you just try it,
Okay.
and then maybe Julian can do that.
Okay, what's the A with the line? Only that.
他
Okay. Ta. Ta.
Yeah, just
明白他明白我给不起
气
气
Oh yeah, almost there.
他明白我给不起
Oh yeah. When you read it, it's 他明白我给不起
Yeah.
right? Because Chinese has tones, but like German or English, you don't have tones. You don't have this problem.
Yeah.
Chinese lyrics writing always have this
tones
problem.
mean something,
Yeah, this band's specialty is this, you know, they can combine the melody with this because 他明白我给不起
Yeah.
给不起
Yeah, that's why I sung it, because
Yeah.
it's much
Yeah.
easier to do the pronunciation.
Yeah, and other songs
perfectly
they
aligned.
Yeah.
also do this. 哭啊喊啊叫你妈妈带你去买玩具啊 It's another song. 哭啊喊啊叫你妈妈带你去买玩具啊
I
Yeah.
mean, that's really crazy, right?
It's crazy and it's
so
really hard
crazy.
to do.
Especially for Chinese opera. It's
Yeah.
still-
And you need to make the chord progression and the melody, everything right
Yeah.
together. It's
Because
really hard
the
to do.
language is so musical.
Yes, so this band, this part is really special for me.
And then also, mountains and seas is like a very it's like a common theme in Chinese lyrics, right?
Oh yeah.
I think
right.
first episode we had the 是水来自山川湖海
yes,
people
yes.
from the mountains and seas, right?
Mhm, right? Yeah.
Yes, I was also fully
also
expecting like more traditional Chinese
Uh-huh.
from the title alone.
Great.
That's super difficult now. Who is number one? Basically, it's only about who's number one at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay,
sure.
then
The only thing that you could reasonably deduct. Everything else is like basically random. But who of that is? I mean, wow, it's so difficult. You could argue for Dolphin Police definitely,
No, I'm gonna go.
but you can argue for Font Citizen also
No.
definitely.
No way. It's gonna be Joyside because
No,
our
never,
no.
never
it's-
ever.
Wow.
My reasoning is our audience has the most connection to Joyside.
Maybe, but still not. Like it's not. You have
Are
to
you-
see.
are
I
you-
think
are you-
it's
are you
it's
sure?
strange
Because,
enough.
you know-
Don't say it. He
Okay,
picks
okay.
Joyside and he has to stay with that
Okay.
shitty decision. Font Citizen, really? I mean,
Yeah.
we agree that it's kind of boring, right?
Still, and it's the one I listen to the most. It's the one that it really made me listen to a lot of music. Like Font Citizen triggered like a day where I was just going through like, oh, I
that
like
makes
this
sense.
guitarist because
Okay.
he does this different, and then I like this guitarist less because he does this different.
it will trigger a day of my editing.
The Font Citizen rant.
OK， 现在他们做完了他们的排名，现在来宣布排名了。Why creepy music?
Okay. Accompany.
Imitate a drum roll or something?
No, I just try to do something.
Okay, just play a song for the reveal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The last place is Joyside.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Okay,
I just know our audience, you know?
sure.
Okay, the fourth place is Font Citizen.
Yeah.
But I really don't agree Joyside is last place.
I mean, I think I can kind of understand it. I mean, the song is cool, but it's just like so little to go on, you know? Every other song is like so much work, so much like soul and love, and this song,
But
maybe
it's-
it's still,
yeah.
but it feels like something like, okay, we have a song, guys. I mean, from
That's
like just
amazing,
from
isn't it?
it's great, it's great,
amazing,
but
yes.
still, it's like I think it's not comparable to the other songs because
Okay.
it's like so
different different perspectives. Yes. Okay, the third place is Berlin Psycho Nurses. Second place is the song you hate.
No,
At least I have one right.
yeah, then we are the same.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
the same. Oh,
Tie.
Oh, Mountain and Sea is number one.
yes.
Wow,
Great.
I think
wow,
we,
but that's great. I mean, I would not have thought, especially with this
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
So our fans are also like very close to that kind of music. I mean, I have to say it's my personal number one,
Yes.
for
yes.
sure.
Because it's you can feel it's really genuine. It's You know,
Yes.
it's easy to connect.
Yes.
And I guess the lyrics part too.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that was in the first episode too. What surprised us? 是说来自
是说来自山川话. You know, with this kind of lyrics, always wins.
Yeah.
Now it's the tips. Two champions.
Yes.
This time, so in the middle, and everyone share it.
Yeah.
This band is one of the biggest bands here.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
They played a lot of international shows.
Yes.
They played in Rio. I saw a live.
Thank you. They won a lot of awards.
Awesome, great episode.
Okay, great episode. Okay, I think we need to tell them the next episode is different.
Oh yeah, the next episode is going to be our Christmas.
Think about. I wanted to.
No problem.
Think about Christmas and then think about
Domain.
Dome, and then think about the beginning, and then think about us, and then you combine all those factors and you get our next special episode.
Probably 2 or 3 episodes.
Probably 10 episodes. We will all do them at one day. Be very tired, very drunk, because we will drink traditional Christmas drinks from Germany.
Yeah, for sure.
I just decided that.
You just decided that. We've already decided
Yes.
for a really long time. Yeah.
Yes.
And also
Like,
shooting in
Ayalika.
one day. So
Yes.
he has a lot more time to edit it.
We start at 7 o'clock in the morning and we just push through every performance.
50 bands.
50 bands, 366 performances, 80 different drinks, and we will eat a full goose. What? You hear that?
Vegan goose?
No. That was the dumbest thing ever.
Someday.